welcome back to my channel. I have a very short and sweet smattering of products that I want to show you in this most recent trash talk. It's kind of all over the place, so I don't have it organized, so let's just go ahead and get started. It's a lot of mini products. First things I have are the Source Cough Gliss Hair Repair Ultimate Repair Shampoo and Conditioner. The conditioner just felt too thin, it wasn't really doing anything, so not a big fan of these, wouldn't buy them. I also used up a mini one of the Tarte Guard SPF 30 bottles. It's sunscreen, it's straightforward. I don't feel the need to buy special Tarte sunscreen. I buy special, more expensive sunscreen for my face because that to me is more of a skincare item, but for my body, I kind of just use whatever. Speaking of sunscreen, I used up the L'Oreal Paris New Sublime Sun Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 30. It's Feather Light Foaming Lotion, so you would actually squeeze this and it would turn into a foam. I didn't find this super effective and the pump was pretty terrible. And so I wouldn't buy this. I got it on clearance for $1 because I figured, well, SPF for $1, why not give it a try? But it didn't really sing me any praises. I also used up in the sunscreen realm the Coola SPF 30 for your face. This is technically a makeup setting spray with green tea and aloe, but it has SPF 30. I didn't use this as a setting spray, so I can't speak to its properties for that. I use this as a face sunscreen. I like this because it would spray my face and I wouldn't have to rub. I don't like the idea of applying sunscreen, even though I probably wash my hands and hand sanitize. I just feel better just spraying my face and my ears versus actually rubbing stuff on my face. So it worked for that. I'm not going to buy this again though because I've been hearing a ton lately about the Kate, I think it's Kate Somerville. I don't know exactly if that's the right name for it, but I recently purchased that from Sephora and I'll try that. It's a couple of dollars more expensive, but you get twice as much product as this. So I feel like if that doesn't work just as well as this, I would probably buy that more than I would buy this. Some different wipe items. I have the Sephora Rose Cleansing Wipes. These don't remove makeup, so I ended up using these in the morning before I'd go to the gym. I like the feeling of cleaning my face, but I don't want to actually use a face wash because I feel like face wash kind of not necessarily dries my skin out, but then it gets rebalanced with moisturizer, and I didn't want to have to do all of that twice. Go to the gym, shower, do it again. So I used it for these, very specific purpose, but I did like it for that. Would I repurchase them? No, but if they came in a kit or something, I would use it again for that purpose. I also used up my Summer's Eve Sheer Floral Cleansing Cloths for sensitive skin. This is pH balance, dermatologist and gynecologist tested. 32 claws in here. I love this stuff. I like it more than the Playtex and the Walmart brand, which is where I buy these. I think it's worth the extra few dollars because they tend to be long lasting. The wipes are nice and they stay damp throughout the whole time. I know it's a weird thing to talk about wiping in other regions with this, but I really do like it and it's very refreshing. The last wipe product that I have are the Style Works Makeup Brush Cleansing Wipes. There were 20 wipes in here. I picked these up at Christmas Tree Shop. I saw these and I was intrigued. Part of me thought oh, they're gonna be really gimmicky and a waste. And then part of me was but will I like them? I did like them. I feel with me traveling this summer between Maine and Boston, I like having these when I go to Maine. It's just a lot easier because normally I keep so technically a washcloth, but I use it for makeup brushes and I wipe my hands. I don't want to do my makeup. I don't like lugging that for some reason back and forth. It's just much more convenient. So I think I will keep using, I don't know if I'll always use this brand. I might try something different from Christmas Tree Shops that they carry there. I don't remember the price because I ripped it off when I had to open the seal. But I feel I went through them pretty quickly. That's the one big con of these. Another makeup brush cleansing thing is the Cinema Secrets Pro Cosmetics Makeup Brush Cleaner. This is the quick drying rinse-free formula. This is what I picked up during the semi-annual sale, and this stuff is my favorite. It is the lazy man's way to deep clean your brushes. I do a spray or a cloth every single time I use them, but once a week I like to actually clean them. But it can be a real pain, especially in the summer where my schedule is not super convenient. So I will sometimes wet my brushes and wash them, and then that night or the next morning I want to use them, but they're not fully dry yet. This eliminates that problem. I can literally wash them and then they are basically instantly dry. The only time they need to actually really dry out are my bigger face brushes that absorb a lot more of the liquid than an eyeshadow brush does. But I bought a bigger version of this recently because I just I now like can't live without it. I really, really like this stuff. Officially done with these Impress French manicure nails. Are the ones that I have on right now. They're a little bit quirky. They've got a little bit of silver accent on the ring finger, which is nice. I used up the Colgate Clean Mint toothpaste, nice little travel guy. I've been doing a lot of using up travel sizes while I've been in Maine. I used up the Black Pearl Exfoliating Body Wash. I really dislike the scent, and I'm not a big fan of Fortune Cookie Soap's exfoliating body washes. I don't feel like they're scrubby enough for my liking. I finished up the Origins Cheeks and Balances Frothy Face Wash. This is one of 2 that I have of these. This is a really good, very like foaming face wash if you're somebody who's into that. It also has like a minty sensation on it, but it's not so in your face or so intense. I did like this. I'm not convinced I would buy a full size of it, but we'll see how the like bigger deluxe size that I have of this goes. Used up a Fortune Cookie Soap, which I'm happy about. I used up the Ole Hendrickson Sheer Transformation All Skin Types Anti-Aging Moisturizer. This is my second time having this, and I feel like I used it in the winter last time and it wasn't enough for my skin. But now that I'm a little bit more oily with it being summer and very humid here in New England, this was a lot better for me. Would I buy a full size of it? No, because there's no SPF, and I'm somebody who really likes a multitasking product, so I only want to have a moisturizer long term and a full size if it has an SPF in it. I also used the Origins High Potency Nitamins Mineral Enriched Renewal Night Cream. This, I didn't feel, for it having the claim of like being mineral enriched and it being like vitamins for your face, I didn't feel like it was like that spectacular, and the scent to me, it's just like a minerally, obviously because it's mineral based, but it's like a mineral, almost coffee-like scent, and I just didn't really like that, so I wouldn't buy this. I have the Kopari Coconut Melt, the Ultimate Multitasking Moisturizer. This claims to be able to be used from your head to your toe. It says that you melt a dollop in your hands and coconut your bod from head to toe. So when I opened this, I thought it was gonna be like some sort of balm that you would literally warm up and then use. No. This is just what I think straight coconut oil is for probably a very high price tag. It is moisturizing. I do feel moisturized having this on, but it was very messy, number 1. And number 2, I don't like feeling oily or slick, and this leaves your body feeling that way. If you're somebody who doesn't mind that and you like that feeling, just get coconut oil. Don't buy this, but just put coconut oil on your body because you will feel moisturized. But it just, texture, level of messiness, high price tag, no thanks. I also used up another one of the Belief True Cream Aqua Bombs on my neck. It's pleasant, but too much for my face. I have the Tatcha Water Cream. It's a refreshing and anti-aging, pore perfecting Japanese wild rose moisturizer. Please have some names. This was nice, but like the 2 uses I got out of it is not enough to say like, yes, please let me pay the high price tag for this Tatcha item. I have a Zoom Bar Goat's Milk Soap Sea Salt. This I got like on a whim. They started carrying it at my grocery store. It's pretty inexpensive to use like an exfoliating soap. It's not that great, so I can't wait to use it up so that I can then purchase a bunch of soaps. I also have the Murad Intensive C Radiance Peel. This was really nice. I got a bunch of uses out of this, and I did like the way it felt like my skin was peeling without like having to rub layers of skin off my face. I don't always love those types of peels. This was really enjoyable. Ben used this once too. I posted a picture of us doing some masks on Instagram, and he didn't seem to mind it either, which was nice. I've been kind of like going through a phase lately where I want to use up these little bottles of face masks versus using sheet masks. So I'm kind of like still on that kick, which is why you haven't seen a whole lot of sheet masks lately in these trash talks. I also have the Lolly Balm from Benefit. This was just like a tinted chapstick basically. This has a really intense floral scent to it, which is why it took me so long to use. I literally would put it on and it would be like, oh wow, I'm like eating a bundle of flowers right now. So I wouldn't buy it for that reason. It just was too much for the scent. I also have a beauty blender. This thing is just officially like reached its peak, needs to go, so I'm gonna go ahead and toss it. And the last things I have are some wax items. I have Sensationals Cherry Berry. This is cherries and strawberries. This was very, very intense. It had a really, it to me is like a lollipop type scent. It's not authentic to what cherries and strawberries smell like. It smells like candy. And I didn't love it. which is unfortunate because it lasted and lasted and lasted. It had an intense scent throw. It would smell my kitchen into my like dining room, into my hallway. Like it had a really strong throw and it lasted a really long time. I tried to like dull this candy scent down with some vanilla mixed into it, but it still didn't do enough for me. So I wouldn't buy this for my preference, but if you like this scent, this is a really good one, so I would definitely pick it up for that. I also used the Glade wax melts from the spring collection Splash Out, which is blackberry and spring flowers. I have 2 of these. This is the first one that I've melted, which is probably like my 3rd or 4th. So when this scent came out, I think it was like 3 or 4 years ago at this point, I was infatuated. Unfortunately, I think I just let it sit too long. The Glade ones I find have probably a pretty short like scent shelf life before they just kind of die out. I literally put 4 in at a time and I could barely get a scent, which it wasn't like that when I first bought these. So I was bummed about that. And the last thing I have is my all-time favorite Yankee Candle scent, which is Sugared Apple. This is not seasonally appropriate. Normally I save this for winter, but I didn't get to melt one of these this winter. By the time I got this one, it was springtime and I didn't want to. I was recently craving it. Oh, this has got to be my favorite. Like, this might be one of my favorite scents, hands down, of all time. This is definitely something I think I want to stock up on when Yankee Candle comes out with it again in the fall, early winter. These, to me, are the only tarts I've ever used that I find I get a good scent from. Candles are duds for me. I've never tried the melt cups, so let me know in the comments below if you use the melt cups and have success, because if so, I probably would buy a melt cup in the Sugared Apple scent. But that is it for me. I hope you guys are all having an amazing day. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll talk to you in my next video real soon. Bye.